Hi, it's Anne here, and today's video is my December buys and buys video. So I've been doing this series all year long, and basically it's a roundup of my monthly haul, so everything I bought in this past month versus my monthly empty, so everything that I'm saying goodbye to this month. Yeah, we're at the end of the road. So as of like November, I kind of threw out the window my budget plan that I was doing. So I was originally doing whatever the empties value was the previous month would become my budget for the following month. Just gonna say that didn't work out as well as I had hoped, but it was eye-opening to see how that worked. So yeah, let's just get into this. I'm going to talk about the things that I've purchased this month. I will talk about the things that are empties this month, and then I'll do a recap of the whole year, and I'll compare it to some previous years. And there might be charts, because I'm that kind of person. So first up, I want to get out of the way that I did buy some Bath & Body Works stuff on Body Care Day, which was, I think, December 10th or so. The first weekend was like the candle day, and then the second weekend in December was the Body Care Day. So far, we're almost at the end of December, and I have not bought anything else from Bath & Body Works. I haven't bought anything from the SAS sale. I kind of don't really need to. I say that, but it's like if I haven't gone into the store either, and I'm not going to purposely go to the store, but if I happen to be by a store, I might pop in. There's very, very few exceptions where I might actually buy something, but like less than 5. So anyway, to quickly recap some of the things that I bought at the Bath & Body Works Body Care Day, I got the warm vanilla sugar whipped body butter. This is the first time I've used one of their body butters. I love this. This is thick. It's a little too thick on my arms, but on my legs, it is like butter. It is lovely, and I love the warm vanilla sugar scent, which you will see. This is not the only thing I bought in that scent. The current body cream, other than that I'm using, is the Frosted Coconut Snowball, which I believe I have purchased this before, and I quite enjoy this. It's quite nice. And then I have this in my shower right now. This is the Vanilla Bean Noel Exfoliating Glow Body Scrub. I don't know if you can see this. I don't know if this is going to be a bad idea. This looks really cool. It's like silvery. Yeah, you can't really see it. But it kind of shocked me. I guess that's the glow part. I mean, it's not like permanent glow, but it's like shimmery. It's really, really, really interesting. I like this scrub. I think I like this scrub a little bit better. I would say it's different. I like it on par with, I have the foaming scrub, I think, in like Sunshine Mimosa. I think that's what it is. I have very little of that one left, which I should have just finished that one out before putting this in the shower, but I wanted to use this. So I have one shower gel in At the Beach. I have one moisturizing body wash in Orange and Ginger, and this is the only aromatherapy thing I bought. And then there were 3 more body creams. So I bought 4 body creams in total, I think. I did that math right. I hope so. So I got warm vanilla sugar. Surprise, surprise. Midnight Amber Glow. And then vanilla mocha martini, which you will see its sister on the empty side. Because I just had that one. Even though it had a different name, it actually is the exact same, at least the label is the same scent profile. The other reason why I can't buy anymore is all of my like stuff that I'm not using right now fits perfectly in this box, and I really shouldn't add any more to it. So that is that. Next up, I talked about this in my first vlog. If you didn't check out any of my Christmas vlogs, please do. They're kind of fun. They're not the greatest. I need to work on my camera skills and my microphone skills for vlogging, but we'll get there. And yeah, so I talked about one of my giveaways back in the summertime. I did a giveaway in the summertime, but I ended up doing 2 because of things, and one of them got sent back to me in pieces. And I was able to salvage some stuff, but I didn't feel comfortable sending those things back out to other people, and some stuff I just had to toss because it was like totally destroyed. So the things that I did salvage, and I have included The basic price of these, like I did include values of these, but I'm not 100% sure if that's what I paid for them because I didn't record them down because they were like giveaway stuff, not budget stuff. So the first one is this highlight from Rimmel in the shade 001 Stardust. Again, if you watched my makeup mashup, you would have seen this product. Next is the CoverGirl Clean Fresh Translucent Setting Powder, just translucent shade. So again, you would have seen that in my makeup mashup. The Ordinary High Adherent Silicone Primer, which I've used before in the past. The NYX Epic Ink Liner in just the black shade. Again, I've used this in the past. And the Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara. Lash Sensational Full Fan Effect Mascara. So those items were kind of unexpected. Like this month, definitely there was a lot. I wasn't expecting to have any of those items in my like tally for December. I kind of figured it was going to be some Bath & Body Works stuff, some staple stuff, and that was about it. But yeah, we had those. Then I did buy two things, sort of spontaneously. The first one is the Glossier Coconut Balm.com Universal Skin Salve. So this was a curiosity, got the cat. I saw this in Winners and I was like, you know what? I want to try it. Everybody raves about this. It's Vaseline. In my opinion, it's Vaseline. Now, I feel like I was watching Emily Noel's favorites videos and she was talking about all these other scents that she really, really likes. This one, let me just see if I can squeeze out a little bit here. This one, it's supposed to be coconut, but there's no sweetness to it, so it's like wood. It's like, you know, the outside of a coconut. It's like wood. So I don't know if you can see it on my hand there. Like, it's like Vaseline. And like, not to say that that's a bad thing. So I was at the dentist earlier this month and my lip was a little bit split because my lips were dry, and I did throw this on and it worked a charm. Like, it felt really nourishing going on, didn't sting the part that was a bit split, and I'd say several hours later my lip felt pretty good, and like the next day my lip was fine. So I mean, it works, but it's Vaseline. At least that's what it feels like to me. And yeah, so I probably won't ever purchase this again. I feel like, and unless maybe I get a different scent, like maybe I should get a different scent and maybe I would like it more. It's a nice product. Curiosity killed the cat. I'm glad, wow, that's a horrible saying. I'm glad I've tried this, but I don't think I need to repurchase it. And then I did purchase this. Again, this was a spontaneous buy. I was in Shoppers Drug Mart and this was on sale for $10.99. It retails for $18.99, I think. It should only retail for like $14.99. I have no idea why they overpriced this product. Probably because it's popular. So when I saw it was $10.99, I was like, yoink. But I didn't use my gift card for it. I just paid for it because, again, I didn't have my gift card on me and it was sort of spontaneous. So I did pick this up, even though I do have a million other mascaras. Again, if you watch my mascara review, I don't really like most of them. I was trying this morning so what I have on today, I was trying the Big Papa from Wet n Wild. That one might be an early 2023 declutter because it did nothing. Like, Big Papa what? It did nothing for my lashes. That wasn't in the video. It wasn't one that I was reviewing. And I ended up putting over top the CoverGirl Exhibitionist just to give me a little bit more oomph because like it looked like I had barely any mascara on. So anyway, I purchased this because it's my favorite mascara. So if I really tire of all the other ones, at least I have a favorite mascara. And then I did purchase a few things on my gift card that I had. I did buy a couple things that were like non-makeup. Like I bought coffee because it was on sale. And I bought something else because it was on sale. Anyway, I did buy a few things. Just again, talked about this in another video. I don't know if this is a good idea or bad idea, but I've done it anyway. I bought a shampoo, so I'm sort of stocking up. I'm almost finished one shampoo. The other one's getting close. I do have the Alterna shampoo still, so I'd like to balance using like the Alterna shampoo, which is super expensive, with like a cheaper shampoo, just to like spread the love a little with the expensive one. So I picked this one up. I know I like it. I've used it before. It's just the Pantene Daily Moisture Renewal. Actually, I think that's the same thing that I bought the mini in for when I traveled to Florida. I also picked this up. It's not what I wanted, but I'm going to try it anyway. I wanted to buy, I like the Neutrogena Gentle Foaming Cleanser, I think it's called. It wasn't on sale. It was like $20. I'm like, I don't want to spend $20. Even though it's a gift card, I still don't want to use $20 of my gift card on that cleanser. So I just decided to get this one. This one is the Life brand, which is like the drugstore brand. Hydrating cleanser. It says with ceramides and hyaluronic acid. I think this is supposed to be like a CeraVe or a Cetaphil dupe. Yeah, we'll see. It was like $7 or $8, and it was a bit on sale. I think it retails for around $10. And then I did pick up a hairspray because I don't have a full-size hairspray right now. And I do have a couple minis, but I want to save those. There's one that I want to finish out because it's really close to being done. The other two I want to save for travel. So I picked this one up. I don't think I've ever tried this one before. It says unscented hairspray from Dove. It's extra hold, which I kind of want. Like I like a good hold hairspray. And this one says control and shine. I kind of liked that this one said unscented. So yeah, and this was like on sale for like $4.95 or something like that. So I did get this on sale. I did want to buy a facial moisturizer because my daily facial moisturizer is getting low. But I didn't like any of the ones that I saw in store. And the ones, like the two that I wanted weren't even there. I couldn't see them. I usually get the Neutrogena sensitive skin one. Or I was thinking about getting the Aveeno one and like the basic Aveeno one. But like neither of them were there. So I was like, okay. And there's a couple others that I like hummed and hawed and hummed and hawed. I was like, you know what? I don't want these other ones. So why am I even bothering to get them? Even if it is on a gift card, I'm not actually paying for it. There really is no point in my mind for getting them. So I didn't. So at some point I will need to buy a facial moisturizer, and I did not get a dry shampoo. I have probably about half of my dry shampoo left. I like the Batiste brunette one. Again, it wasn't on sale, and I was like, well, it's not on sale. I don't need it right now. I can wait until it is on sale and use my gift card when it's on sale. It retails for, so Batiste, I swear, used to be $12.99. And then it would go on sale for like $9.99 every once in a while, and that's when I would buy it. The brunette one retails for $14.99 right now, and all the other, like the plain ones, are like $13.99. So it's like, the base price has even gone up. So I bet you, I'm going to bet money on this. I'm not going to bet money, but I would bet money on this, that like the brunette one is $14.99. The next time it goes on sale, it'll be either $11.99 or $12.99. And like, that's super infuriating because it was $12.99 is retail like a couple years ago. Anyway, so yeah, that was a lot more on the buy side than I intended at all. But nothing like, I would say the only two things that were like I didn't really need to get was the Balm.com and the L'Oreal Lash Paradise. Like they were my two big splurges, and that was like less than $20 for those two items. So yeah, so let's look at the budget. So for the month of December, I spent $124.26. Retail value was approximately $251.83, and I brought in 18 items. That was a pretty high month. Not the highest months, but like top three, I think. Top three, top four. So yeah, so that is the buy side. Now let's go to the empty side. Oh, the other thing that I didn't mention, because it kind of hits both sides, but I feel like it's not really a buy. I did buy like one of those spongy things for body wash. I have one in the shower that's going to go bye-bye. It's like, you know when it starts to like fall apart? Like it starts coming apart. So I was like, okay, I might as well buy another thing. They're different. The one I have in the shower is from Bath & Body Works, and the one that I just bought is from Shoppers Drug Mart. But I felt like that's not really a beauty item. Like I don't put towels in my, I mean, I guess it's kind of an extra beauty item and it's an extra item, but whatever. It's a wash, literally, and it's for washing. So let's get into empties. So what I do with my empties is the things that I count value for are beauty empties, but I sometimes like to talk about declutters, which I don't count as an empty, so I don't count the dollar value in my empties, and other items that are like candles and things like that. So let's start off with the other items. So the only other item I have is the Wallflower from Bath & Body Works in Wicked Vanilla Woods. I loved this. I don't know what the scent notes are on this. This would be an exception item. Like if I found the candle in this or another Wallflower in this, I would pick it up. Oh God, I cannot read this. Fragrance notes are Magic of Vanilla. I think that's what it says. Glowing Amber Wood, maybe? And Enchanted Pink Pepper. Yeah, it was like vanilla, but like a slightly spicy vanilla. I loved it. I will repurchase this next year for sure at the Halloween season, or if I can get it any other time, I will purchase it. My only declutter is a spoiler because the video won't go up before this one. This video is going to go up first. This is the Bite lipstick. I think they called these Amuse Bouche lipsticks in honeycomb. I've decided to declutter honeycomb. I'm mentally done with it, and I don't see myself finishing it. I don't see myself reaching for it. I'm going to reach for other nudes over that one, so I might as well say goodbye to it. I do feel like the texture of it, too, has slightly changed. Not nearly as much as I think it was Fig that became like Play-Doh, but I just feel like it's done. It's had its day in the sun, and we're ready to say goodbye. So body care empties. So I first have this, which is kind of sticky, so I want to get it over with. This is the Yensa. I think it says pumpkin and turmeric. It was a face mask. I liked it when I first got it, but near the end, I couldn't even use the rest of it. I tried to depot it, and it did not work. The problem was I was getting too much liquid and not enough of, it had an oil with a grit in it, and at first it was it would come out pretty balanced, and I liked it. It was quite nice. But closer to the end, for a while I was only getting the oil, and I couldn't get any of the grit stuff. The grit stuff was piling up in the top part, and then I would get a big glob of the gritty stuff. It just texturally didn't work after a while. And like I said, I did try. I probably had about this much left, so maybe this much. And I did try and depot that, and I used it a couple times, and it was almost, at that point, it was mostly just the oil, and it was just weird. The texture was way off. So I do have a mini of this that I'll use up, but I wouldn't purchase this. So this is the Bath & Body Works sister to the vanilla, I think vanilla mocha martini. This is vanilla mocha cream. It's the same scent. So the scent notes on this are cozy cappuccino, vanilla orchid, and white tonka bean. Love this scent. Yeah. That's all I can say. I love it. If you like vanilla and you like a little bit of a coffee-ish scent, it's not super coffee though. It's more like latte, I would say. Really enjoyed that guy. I finished this guy, which I'm super impressed for myself. Yay, because I've had this for a really long time. This is a hand cream from Bath & Body Works in the rose scent. I don't like rose scented things. This one, I kind of was able to accept the scent of it. After a while, it's more like a soapy rose. I was using it as a foot cream. I didn't like it on my hands because of the scent, so I used it as a foot cream. And it's easier in the wintertime to do that because I can put it on and just throw some socks on, and then I can't really smell it anymore. So happy that's done. And then I also finished this guy that I was using as a foot cream as well, and this is hella old. I don't know how old this is. This is an Avon Footworks. It says leg and muscle rub with mint and rosemary. I'm pretty sure it came with a foot soak as well. It was a kit, I'm pretty sure. And this guy just needed to finish it up. It was one of those products that just traveled with me to house. I would use a little bit of it and then forget about it. And then it was very, very eucalyptus-y. I don't know if that was what was in it, but that minty, but really super strong. And I don't really love, I don't like eucalyptus all that much. So yeah, really happy that I finished that. And for those two products, I was not bothering to cut them open. The fact that I couldn't squeeze any more out, I'm okay, we're done. I'm over it. We're done. One hair item here. We've got the Way Detox Shampoo. I liked the shampoo. I don't really feel like I have a need for a detox shampoo. I don't typically put a lot of stuff in my hair. I used to like a detox shampoo or this style of shampoo when I used to go swimming a lot more often because it really helped with the chlorine. It was a nice shampoo, but I don't feel like I need it, especially with if my hair dyed. I feel like something like this can be maybe a bit too stripping. So for something like this, what I was using is more up around the roots, and then I would mix it with some regular shampoo like this around the rest of my hair. That's how I kind of use this up. I like the Way products. I'm a fan of their products. I like the scent, how their products smell. But yeah, I don't think I would bother purchasing that because I just don't think I'm a target market for it. That's really the only thing. But if you're looking for a detox shampoo, I think it's worth trying. Again, another spoiler because my lip video has not gone up yet. The Bite Agave Lip Mask, I finished it. Yay! And again, like the other products, I could have maybe cut this open, but I don't like it enough to bother cutting it open. I don't want to say I dislike it. I don't dislike it, but I feel like it was more a daily type lip balm than an overnight lip balm. I don't think it have enough it had enough lasting power to be an overnight lip balm. I preferred putting this on like during the day, like in the afternoon and stuff, or in the evening, but it wasn't enough for an overnight lip balm for me. Again, I have another one of those, like a mini, which I will use, but Bite is no longer a brand, so it doesn't really matter. Oh gosh, we're gonna have all sorts of spoilers here. So, actually, I think I'll put up my Project Pan end of year thing before this, because I don't want to spoil it. This is my blush. I finished my blush. I finished a blush. Oh my god, I finished a blush. How is that possible? This is not the original packaging. This was a Annabelle Duo blush in Doll Face, which I depotted into this. This I actually had the Franken bronzer in that I used up earlier as well. So this packaging is great. I'm going to keep it to keep making Franken things in it and depotting stuff in it. But yeah, finished a blush. This is not a spoiler because this would have been in my last lip project update. There's a hair on it. This is the Revlon Super Lustrous Lip Gloss. They call it the Super Lustrous V-Gloss now because I was trying to search for this because it still exists. And the shade still exists. This is in Snow Pink. I also have Supernatural and Sandstorm left. So I have two of these left, and I would repurchase these. I like these lip glosses. I don't like that they changed the wand. So I used to have like a normal size lip gloss wand. Now it's like I got a big fat one on it, and I don't like that. Go back to the regular one, please. Again, no, I'm going to put up my Project Pan finale first. So this is not a spoiler. This is the Pores Be Gone Matte Primer. This doesn't exist anymore. When I filmed that, I didn't realize that. I was just looking up to try and figure out cost. Like, what would this retail be? Like, if I divided it out, it's, how big is this? 9.6 grams? Anyway, I couldn't find it on Sephora Canada. Maybe it exists in Sephora US, but on Sephora Canada, I couldn't find this product. I mean, I didn't search super hard, but I was looking under the Fab brand, and this didn't show up. So yeah, so I did kind of say, oh, like I would recommend this because I would recommend it if you have oily skin, but maybe not if it doesn't exist anymore. And then lastly, we have this guy. So I've been sort of like reorganizing and cleaning up my makeup, and this guy, it's like I should have pulled this out ages ago when I bought a couple months ago, I guess, when I bought the waterproof mascara from Essence. I like to have at least one waterproof mascara at all times because I like to use it, even if I use a regular mascara, if it's a day where it's like snowy or rainy outside, I'll like do a coat of the waterproof just to like seal things in and make sure I don't have like runny mascara. I'm like, words, what am I trying to say? So yeah, that guys, I'm including that as an empty, even though you never really empty a mascara. Like I've had that for ages and I've used it a ton, so it's an empty to me. So money-wise, empties. So this past month, my empties were, for December, the empties value was around $62.41. A lot of small stuff, a lot of stuff that I got in like top box. I was looking when I was going back, I was like, oh yeah, I got these on like major discount. But retail value, oh, I realized I forgot two things. I'm still here. I realized I forgot two things. A couple samples that I used that I want to get rid of. This is the Tarte Creaseless Concealer. I don't even remember it if I liked it or not. And same with this. This is the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation plus Concealer. Again, don't even remember it if I liked it or not. It was such a small sample. I hate those, like, these samples are like too small for me to figure out. These are like shade matching samples, not do I like the product sample. So in total, paid value was $62.41. Retail value was $179.29, and there were 12 empties in total. So not bad. Pretty on par with some of my previous months. Not a high month, not a super low month. Say in the middle, maybe on the lower half. Yeah, when I look at it, it's like kind of the lower half. My lowest month was around $40. So yeah, not bad. So again, I kind of threw out my like budget balancing thing. It doesn't really matter at this point. But my December budget was I was in the negative $257. So I shouldn't have spent any money in December. But let's talk about total, like the whole thing for the whole year. Well, let me put up the December buys and buys. Again, not a bad month with what came in and what came out in terms of numbers, but very different. Like what came in and what went out were like very different items, so it's kind of hard to compare, especially with all the Bath and Body Works stuff. But in total this year I spent $138.25 with a retail value of $2,756, and I brought in a whopping 170 items. That's a lot. I brought in a lot of items compared to some previous years. That definitely was pretty high, even though the dollar value wasn't super high. And if I look at my empties, the total empties was 135 items. So I did finish a lot of items. I mean, I finished a lot of like sample packs and stuff though, and more like skincare than I did makeup. Total paid value of those items was $877.88 approximately. So I didn't hit the $1,000 mark this year, which would have been nice. It would have been really nice to hit $1,000 in terms of paid value, but retail value was definitely more than that. It was around $1,787.91. So I definitely hit the $1,000 in retail value of stuff that I used up. So pretty happy about that. When I look at items that I finished, actually, let's go to the purchases side. So when I look at my charts, my purchases, my spend by month, November's always the month that's like, woo, way up there. If I didn't throw out the budget in November and go, what, crazy? This actually would have been a pretty low, like, everything, I think every month would have been around, probably easily every month would have been under $200, and most months under $100. So, I mean, I shouldn't have maybe gone so crazy in November. I don't even know what did I buy that was so much. I know I said I was going to, like, put the budget out of the window. What did I buy in November? I mean, it was mostly Sephora stuff, I guess. It was a lot of Sephora repurchase stuff. Like, probably the things that I could have avoided was the eyeshadow palette. That was sort of the extra thing. And maybe the fragrance. That was kind of extra stuff. But everything else was fairly repurchased things. And maybe one of the lip sets I could have done without. So, yeah, November was my, like, big month. Spend category, makeup was approximately 50% of my spend. Actually, 49%, so it's a little bit lower than 50%. I think previous years, I was generally around the same kind of thing, like 50% or slightly more than 50%. So 2021, I was more than 50%. Oh no, I was 45% in 2020. I have most counts from since I started my channel. I didn't do retail value until last year, so I only have 2 years of retail value. If I look at my charts, the number of items, again, makeup, like 73 items. I couldn't tell you what those 73 items are. There's like 3 blushes. I mean, I have the makeup buys, or like my top makeup, that video, that shows you all the things that I bought. A lot of lip products. I think there were like, 13 lip products, so that was a lot on that side. But it's pretty on par for how I've spent in previous years in terms of number of items, but a little bit more in total. And then, yeah, number of items by month. November's always. July is higher too. July is when I used my points. I think my Shoppers Drug Mart points, and July is my birthday month. So that's always a hard month to like resist buying anything. But yeah, so if I look at dollar values from compared to previous years, this year is my lowest spend. Yay! Even though I still like screwed up the budget completely, it was my lowest spend. Not by a whole lot. I was about $1,500 last year and $1,500 in 2020. 2019, I was like, I didn't even budget at all. I was like $3,000, and then 2018, I was around $2,500. So I did like add up in total over the past 5 years in beauty. I've spent $10,000. That's a lot. That's a lot. I know that's a lot. That's $10,000. Like, I could have bought a car. I could have bought 2 used cars with that. Well, let's maybe buy like 1 good used car with that. Let's be a little bit more practical. I could have gone on like 3 vacations, like good vacations with that kind of money. So that's what I'm kind of thinking about now. It's like, although I do this like right now because I do have the channel, so some of my spend is related to the channel, but not a whole lot. Like, I don't buy stuff particularly for the channel, if that makes sense. There's a few times I have, like the ColourPop mystery box, or like all the mascaras. I get way too many mascaras for like mascara testing. But it's making me think about, why am I buying what I'm buying, and is there a purpose? Like, I don't mind spending money if I am reviewing stuff and it makes sense and there's a purpose to it. But I don't want to just buy to try and like fill some weird void, or buy for the sake of buying. That makes sense. And this really is my only, I would say like my only hobby. It's my only spending hobby. I don't really spend money on clothes. Like if you look by my videos, you can tell I wear the same 5 sweaters over and over again. And if you look at my closet, my clothes are terrible. My house, like I really don't spend a lot in my house. I don't spend a lot on anything else. Harley is probably the second most expensive thing I spend money on. Actually, he's more expensive than this, guaranteed. I spend way more on Harley between his like food and his medication than anything else. But yeah, like I'm like, okay, $10,000 over 5 years, that's kind of a lot, but it's not, I'm not shocked by it. I'm not surprised by it. And retail value, so I've only been doing retail value for the past 2 years, but retail value has been about twice as much. I probably save around, on average, 50% when I buy things like on sale and stuff. So probably in the past 5 years, retail value, if I just paid full price for everything, I would have spent about $20,000 on just like beauty items. Again, it's not straight up makeup. It's makeup, skincare, hair care, fragrance, nails, like it's all the categories. So I didn't spend $10,000 on makeup, but I've spent $10,000 on like mostly this part of my body. Oh, and that reminds me. So that doesn't include like when I get my hair done. So for years I didn't even go to the hairdresser. I would say between 2018 and 2021, I went to the hairdresser maybe 3 times. And just to get a cut. This year was when I did like the big thing, and I talked about that. I spent $500 on getting my hair done. So yeah, that was a lot. But he did an amazing job, and that was like tax and tip and everything. And it took like a whole freaking day to do. The other thing that I have not mentioned once on this channel, I don't think. Well, I've mentioned thinking about doing it, but I actually did it, and nobody made a comment on it, which I'm not surprised about because only one person in real life made a comment. I did get my lips done. I did do filler? I was going to say Botox, not Botox. Filler, but I only did a half syringe of filler on my lips. That was it. I did it back around when I did my hair, so sometime around February or March. And so at the very beginning, I didn't want to say anything because I wanted to see if anybody noticed or said something, like something looks different. And then nobody said anything. So I was like, and then I kind of forgot about it. So I never mentioned it. But yeah, I did do a half syringe filler on my lips. I don't intend to go back and get another half or do it again anytime soon. It was more just like, I kind of want to see what it'll look like, what it'll feel like. Did I need to do it? No. Am I glad I did it? It's fine. I don't mind that I did it. But it's almost like that when I did get Botox once up here, and it was like, okay, that was an experience, but I'm not going to do it again, at least anytime soon. So yeah, so that's the total on the buy side. The total on the empty side, again, I don't have like tracking for previous years because I think this year was the first year that I was tracking retail value on empties. Maybe I did last year. Oh, I did last year too. If I look at last year, my dollar, so it was a lot less last year. I only finished up 83 items with a value of around $500 or retail value of around $900. So I did a lot better on my empties this year than I did last year. I will do a video on my makeup empties just to kind of like show my makeup empties and talk about them, but that would be probably a pretty short video. And then if I look at what was makeup items, there was 55 makeup items. Now that includes like sample packs like this. So I did finish 55 makeup items, and it got better through the year. I only had like small amounts at the beginning of the year and then very little near the end. What else do we have here to talk about? I think that's kind of about it. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all I want to talk about. I am going to do this video next year. I will still do buys and buys. The buy side should be empty or mostly empty because I'm going on a no buy next year. At least I said for the first 6 months. I want to reassess at 6 months to see how it's working for me, what I'm thinking about. Again, there's 2 main purposes, I guess 3 main purposes. One is just to really get to know my own collection. Excuse you, buddy. He's staring me down. What's a snack? One is just to get to know my collection better. Another, again, is I want to save money for other things. which I know I can't save a lot. Like, I mean, what, I spent $1,300, $1,400 this year. $1,400 nowadays doesn't necessarily go a long way for anything big, but it goes a long way towards, like, you know, I can use that for like a trip or most of a trip. So yeah, like I want to kind of save for some other things. And then I'm really thinking about what I want my channel to be and what I want to focus on. Obviously the no buy thing is a temporary thing. I'm not a low buy, no buy kind of person. That's not going to be me. I'm not trying to minimize my collection in any fashion. I'm not a minimalist, but I am like a purposefulnessist. I want to be a bit more, you know, purposeful in what I'm doing. And I want to think about, yeah, what do I want my channel to be and what do I want to focus on once I finish that no buy. Okay, I've got a little gremlin here staring me down. So I think I'm going to wrap this up. I hope you like this video. I hope you like the series. I've heard from a lot of you guys that you really like the series, so I'm really glad you like it. I like doing it. It's very eye-opening for me. If you did like it, feel free to give it a little thumbs up down below. And if you haven't already, I would love it if you subscribe to my channel here in Toronto, Canada. I hope you're doing well, and I'll see you sometime soon. Bye.